All right. Well, here we go. Some Nuggets today, baby. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the DNVR Nuggets Podcast.
Let's go.
Live from the studio here at DNVR HQ, a.k.a. the DNVR Bar. We got a lot of Nuggets talk. We've been doing a lot of Serbia talk lately. We got some Nuggets talk for you today. Going to circle the wagons and think about the Denver Nuggets, who head to Media Day in just 4 weeks.
Wow.
You ready?
Let's go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm so ready, man. I am so ready. Brendan Vogt is in the house.
What's up, guys? How are we doing today? Sorry about a very well-timed day off for me yesterday. Sorry to everyone else about the result. Was the show fun?
Oh, I thought you were apologizing about taking a day off.
No, I was joking because I had a veteran move and I took off the loss.
Oh, I see.
That is a veteran move.
It was a tough one.
It was a great game, though.
It was a good game.
It was a fun game.
Well, until it wasn't. Over here, Harrison Wind.
Adam said before the show, some people are saying he looks like Bogdanovich.
Many people are saying that.
So
Many
put in the chat if you agree or disagree with that statement. Does Adam look like...
I get it everywhere.
Bogdanovich?
You guys think I'm lying? I get it everywhere. That and Eddie Nahara.
I can see the Nahara.
Well, there you go.
I see that, yeah.
On today's show, we got some fun stuff for you today. We're going to have a little stock exchange. We're each going to buy stock in 3 players. Are we going to really shoot to try to get rich and make a really bold choice? Will we be conservative and take Nikola Jokic, just the ever steady S&P 500? Just probably print money on that one. We'll see what we go there. We're also going to make some half-court heaves. Kawhi Leonard has a new job we're going to talk about. And then we'll update our own personal Eurobasket bracket at the very end if you guys want to stay around for that. But we're going to start. Real quick, we do have our Big Brothers Big Sisters donation going on right now, our fundraiser. So in lieu of sending in a super chat, just donate to Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Really cool organization. Helps a lot of people out. Young kids get into sports. Just have somebody to look up to, do activities. You can get involved as well. But just go ahead, and if you do, make a little note in the chat. Honor code here. Make a note in chat. Say, hey, I donated. Here's my super chat, and we'll read it there. You also could join the supporters club if you want. Join button right there.
We're getting our butts kicked by the other beat, so you guys got to help us out, man.
Oh,
gotta help us out. Yeah, we're getting our butts kicked this month.
I didn't see this. Really?
Yeah, they're doing.
Damn.
Yeah, we're getting our butts kicked.
We
from
usually
the other
win
beats.
these type of things because you guys are awesome.
We never lose.
Because you guys are awesome. So that's like a rally together.
Is winning really a lifestyle for us?
I don't know if it
We're
is,
about
man.
to see.
We don't want to go back.
I thought it's time, Kale, to make some half-court heaves. Yeah, for this season. These are predictions, if you don't know, that you make, you miss it. There's no shame. There's no shame in you miss a half-court heave. Jokic will take 26 of them. It doesn't matter. But you're still taking it to make them. You're still trying to draw iron on this one. So we're going to get some half-court heaves. So when do you guys have one you really want to start us with?
I can go first.
But do you have one you really want to get us started
That's not the
with?
question.
Sure.
Okay. There you go.
I mean, do you
could
guys
just lie.
have one you really want to start with?
I have some ones I like.
I feel like you're more...
No, you go for it.
You feel like yours might be
Yeah,
better.
you go for it.
Okay. My first half-court heave. Aaron Gordon, 40-point game.
Man, I had this one as one of
Let's
my
go.
ones.
Aaron Gordon, 40-point game.
I had
Hasn't
this
done
too.
it as a Nugget yet. His career high is 41. That was in Orlando.
Should we just get into this? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is coming off the recently released highlights from the Rico Hines runs. I don't know if you guys saw that. He looks pretty good.
Matches the report.
You
the
reported
inside
that.
report we
The
had.
video does not lie. The tape does not lie.
By the way, can we talk about this? Can you have this, Kale? You should pull it up, the Rico Hines
It's
run
on the
video.
Twitter.
It's on in Denver. Because these don't mean anything. Guys looks nice in a gym.
Yeah.
But he actually looks nice.
It looks great. The shot looks great.
Some of his moves are actually like,
Yeah.
whoa, that guy has some sauce to his game.
Yeah. So I got 40-point game for AG.
This sucks that I had a career high as well, which was 37 points. So it's crazy that we did not talk or
That's
convene.
as a Nugget, 37, right? Because I think he got in the 40s as a Orlando Magic.
Oh, okay. I think you might be right on that, actually. But I could see it. Like, let's watch this. First of all, I love, like, when are you ever? Get off. That's confident step back three. In full sweatpants, by the
Pull
way.
up.
But look how good it looks. It doesn't look weird at all. It actually looks like really nice. And then P-Watt.
On P-Watt
Oh,
here.
get out. I can't even
Getting
dribble. Doesn't matter.
post.
And then look at this move. You know what?
The Kobe.
Oh, that is so smooth. The jog back like he knew.
Bruce to AG.
Yeah, he still got that. That's good to see. Cap did not look strained as far as we can tell.
And this dude, I don't know who this dude
I know,
was,
this is
but
just- watch how he blocks this. It's almost insulting.
see ya.
It's almost insulting.
Mismatch.
how he blocks- I like
Mismatch.
this
Mouse
one.
in the house.
I like this one though. Get off me, son. Get off me, son.
Yeah. So he looks great.
Hold on, he's got another one here. Yeah, a little step back, just gets to his spots. Locked in. I'm told nobody could guard him. I'm told he ran that gym that
looks
day.
like it.
He ran that gym, just doing whatever he wanted.
So AG's season last year was rough. We all know that. In and out of the lineup, injuries, the whole season. I mean, starting in the preseason. So I think this year will be a bit of a bounce back regular season for him. And I just think he kind of continues where he was last year with his shot and his overall offense.
I think you can make the argument that Aaron Gordon has improved dramatically every single season he's been a Nugget, except for last year where he improved his three-point shot, but he was injured. And I think I could just say, okay, is he getting older? Is he aging? I don't think it's that. I think he's still young enough that he should still be at his top, not growing in athleticism, but still up there. And I think last year was the blip. This year it's going to be like, oh man, the best year of his career, and that includes career highs. So I'm with it, man. I am, not to tip my hand, he might be a good stock to buy if you were to buy stock.
All the analysts are high on him.
Yeah, I think there's going to end up being a question of sort of like, where do you want Aaron Gordon's A, focus, and then B, literally geometrically, where do you want him on the floor when you're optimized, as he continues to experiment with the relative volume shooting thing. The one observation that I think is really pertinent there, and David Alderman talked about it with regards to AG's shot improvement, is the mechanics change. Like, it's not just they're going in now. Because you're like, okay, a guy got hot for maybe a really long stretch or whatever. In the early days, Aaron Gordon's jump shot would look a little bit different every time he shot it. And there's a fluidity and a repeatability right now that the staff is excited about, that we know Aaron Gordon enjoyed last season. So there's hope that the shooting as well is not just a blip, but maybe something he can carry forward.
So I think all of these things are going to be true. And then on top of that, playing more natural position, some of the time having to guard outside of there. I think he's not going to have to do that. I think he's going to have a monster year, man. I'm with it. All right. Do you want to go?
I do too. Last thing on AG, what's so interesting about him is how old is AG?
29.
He's about to be in his 30s. He's already had two evolutions as a player. The guy he was in Orlando, and then who he's been in Denver has been completely different than that. I mean, he's a guy who's kind of transformed himself already once. And I just think he, maybe more so than other guys, he's not in this box. He can keep expanding his game and just kind of becoming a different player. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do next season.
I also think he's a vibesman.
Yeah.
And I think the vibes are going to be good this year.
Yeah. And last year,
oh, for sure.
Last year, everyone, the whole team's vibes were just kind of off, and Aaron Gordon, very understandably off the court, had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And you don't know, you want to be careful how you talk about it, because it's his business and everything. Not that stuff doesn't just go away.
Had to wait on him.
Well, you can imagine it weighed on him last season, and you just wonder if maybe there's a refreshed kind of approach to this year.
Yeah, love it. All right, you got a half court heat for us?
Yeah.
Better draw iron.
Cam Johnson, 3.5 or more assists per game, which would be a career high.
3.5. It's one of those numbers that is you're mentioning it's a career high, but it's also not impressive. You know what I mean? 3.5.
Well, two things. He's a wing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not he's not. I mean, he's not really support. I guess he could be a power forward as well, but you know what I mean. If he's playing the three, that's not a guy that necessarily needs to be racking up the assists. We know he was a complimentary player in Phoenix, and but in Brooklyn he got to spread his wings. The ball was in his hands a lot, but the team was also worse. So somewhere in there is 3.5 the ceiling because of the opportunity he had making decisions, or a good decision maker being plugged into a better team and a better system. Could it yield more than ever? I'm betting on the latter. Give me Cam Johnson career high assists per game.
I think this would be a great story for the Nuggets. I do think that he's a great connecting passer and I think Christian Brown has a little bit lesser of this, but has it as well. And I think there'll be a lot of connecting opportunities. There'll be a lot of Jokic Murray two-man game that kick out to Cam, swings it one more to the corner.
Yeah. I think a lot of this could depend on how different the offense looks and just if there's more flow to it.
Ooh.
Because with Mike improved his passing as he got older and spent more, years in the offense. But I think with Cam, you just have more opportunities to have more flow, more continuity, just more stuff you can do by utilizing all 5 guys as, dribblers, passers, shooters, etc.
I like it. I'm going to go with Christian Brown will have a 10-assist game.
Okay.
He's had 2 7-assist games. So it's like it's in him.
Yeah.
Ball popping more, some of these connecting passes that you're talking about with Cam. I kind of wonder if he's a little bit better passer than we think, especially like the basic ones, and I think there'll be basic ones to be had. I'm just going to have one game. I see somebody in the chat, Earl, he said 2 triple-doubles. I wanted to go, raising this to triple-double would be great because it would be so cool if Christian Brown got a triple-double.
Yeah. So how
I'll go 10 assists.
At Kentucky when John Calipari was there,
I remember that.
he gets these 5-star recruits, Karl Towns, but he doesn't let them shoot threes. Or he gets, Anthony Davis, but he just has to stay on the post.
Okay.
He puts guys into these roles and kind of these boxes and look to win games. And I mean, it obviously worked. He got a lot of guys to the NBA, a lot of guys paid. I almost wonder if Christian Brown was kind of operating under those rules his first couple of years here. And without Michael Malone here, or maybe I'm comparing Malone to Calipari a little bit here, but without Malone here, I wonder if he just expands his game even more. And we learn this new stuff about him. Like he's a better passer than we think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a better dribbler than we think. He can actually operate in the pick and roll a little more than we thought, just because he wasn't asked or really allowed to do those things in the past.
I also get the sense with CB that he works on his game but does not reveal it till it's perfected.
Yeah.
Some guys show you the whole process. Like, oh, you can tell he's working on his shot, and it's a little better this month. I almost wonder if CB works on these things in stealth mode, does the things that he knows are ready, and then debuts them when he feels confident enough for it to be like, oh, no, I've been working on this. I got it. Now I'm ready to go.
Yeah. He's kind of seems like a perfectionist in that way.
Yeah. And maybe more freedom. All right. Who wants the next one?
Let's see here. I can stick on the Christian Brown thing. Should we stay there?
Okay.
Let's do it since we're talking about him.
Christian Brown will be the Nuggets' 3rd leading scorer next season.
Oh, man, that one's 5.
Scorching hot.
4K.
There you go.
I was going to say, because Jokic and Murray feel locked in.
Yes.
Aaron Gordon?
Well, Christian Brown scored more points per game than Aaron Gordon last year.
Yeah, but he had one leg. But it's a good point, though. It should not be.
So the question here is, would he score more than Cam Johnson?
It's a great hot take. It has to be hot. Like it's hot.
It's a half-court heave.
It's a half-court
This is not
heave.
a deep 3.
And if we've seen, just looking at how Christian Brown has improved
so
year
good.
to year, man, he gets better at everything. He gets more opportunities. He's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. Look, if I'm really a betting man, I'd probably say Cam Johnson averages more points per game. But I think it's up for grabs. Like, I think it's possible.
Is the perfect Nuggets season where Jokic at like 26, Murray's at 22, and then you have 3 guys at 15 or 16?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like all 3 of them, and it's just they almost alternate.
Yeah.
Man, this does feel like a hot take, but when I sit here and chew on it, I'm like, it's a hot take.
Oh, absolutely.
But
he
not
averaged
that crazy.
15.4 points per game last year. What did Cam average? 18 something?
How crazy is this?
It's not crazy. It's just scorching hot.
It is scorching
I think
hot.
it's great. I think it's perfect.
He's going to have to shoot better from 3.
I'd be shocked, but you can't say it's not going to happen definitively.
I mean, if we're going this far, might as well just say CB's going to be Yoke's first All-Star team.
Well, I'm not. That's like a 10 pepper.
I mean, so I see R2Ds who says that means if that happens, CB 3rd option. First of all, the 3rd scorer, not 3rd option. I don't think you're
third
saying
leading scorer.
Yeah, I don't think you're saying they're changing their offense to him, but he might just benefit from it.
I mean, what if it's Jokic at 26, 27, Murray at 21.2, whatever he's averaged the last 3 years?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, 21.3. And then CB at 17.5, Cam at 17, AG at 16.5.
Yeah, you might be right.
It's a half-court heave.
It's a half-court heave, but I'm kind of with it. I got more for you guys on the other side, including one about a team that we all hate.
Oh, let's go. I didn't know we were going non-Nuggets half-court heaves. This is good, though.
Oh, it's a Nuggets one.
Shout out to the Game Time app. It's the only app I use for tickets to concert shows, sporting events,
Get
college
some tickets to that
football,
Broncos game.
NFL, Broncos game this Sunday, home opener. I got to hit up Game Time. It is the go-to app for all tickets. Fees are always included. What you see is what you pay. It's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time Guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the absolute best price. They have tons of great features in the app. Fees are included, like I said. They have zone deals. They have seat views, lowest price guarantee, game time ticket coverage. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets, NFL tickets, whatever it might be. With Game Time, download the Game Time app, create an account. Use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but create an account, redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
If you grew up playing basketball in Colorado, chances are you played in the Gold Crown Competitive Basketball League. Today, that league looks like, well, it's got divisions for 4th through 8th grade teams. They have feeder teams, a gold, silver, and a bronze squad, club teams, elite and open. Get to play not only in high school gyms, but at the Gold Crown Fieldhouse as well. A lot of energy, 6 courts. It's a good way to get some really competitive developmental basketball in your life. Now's the time to find a team in your area. Tryout pages are on their website, or you should check with your local school for more information. You can also learn more and sign up by scanning the QR code on our screen or by visiting goldcrownfoundation.com. Visit goldcrownfoundation.com to learn more.
All right, we are back here, segment 2. Still in half-court heaves. Here's the one I got for you guys about our hate it Timberwolves. Denver Nuggets will sweep the Timberwolves this year.
Bro,
Bang, bang.
that's on my list.
How are we? We've been doing too many off-season shows. We've been doing way too many off-season shows. They're going to sweep the Timberwolves this year, and it's going to be symbolic. One, this is a couple fold here. How many spices did that get, Kale?
My monitor's freaking out.
Oh, okay.
I'll give that a...
I think it's a 3, 4.
I was going to say 4, maybe?
Yeah. I don't think the Timberwolves are going to be as good this year.
Agreed.
I think they'll take a little bit of a step back. I think Denver will be better. And I think Denver's problems with them have been a little mental, a little like... I don't know how much it hurt Denver that the Wolves owned them.
Well, also, there was one game last season where they did beat the Timberwolves until they didn't.
Until Russell Westbrook is ending there. But I think for this one, to me... I'm not sure. There's pride. I think the Nuggets had pride, in these last couple of years. I think they cared and all this different stuff. I don't know if they believed. And I'm not saying that they did not believe, but I'm saying you feel it when it's like, no, come on, guys. This is the moment. And there's certain things that are symbolic but meaningful. And the Wolves owning you is symbolic and meaningful.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't win the title or any of this, but it is like, yeah, but there's one team that kind of looks at you like you're soft.
It also doesn't mean you can't win the next game. Like this dynamic can be flipped. And it's actually kind of hard to believe now, but there was a brief run where the Nuggets kind of had the Wolves number, and it was right before it flipped. So with an influx of new faces, personalities, perhaps a refreshed perspective and approach to the whole operation, does that mean like renewed vigor and confidence even when Anthony Edwards walks into the building? Do you feel the same way about yourself as you did when you beat the Hawks by 18 the other night? I think there's a chance that that's the case, and I'm ready for the Nuggets to retire this boogeyman.
I also just think, like you said, the Timberwolves are going to be worse this season. I mean, they're getting older. They lost Alexander Walker. They're relying on a bunch of young guys. It kind of feels like the Nuggets of last year in some ways. So
also, Anthony Edwards, man, he has talked his trash, and I feel like Murray's taken it. I feel like the Nuggets have taken it. Him signing the kid's ball and just saying, I always beat their ass anyway. Like, it's like, guys, this is out in the open. This is not like on the court pointing in line. They do not respect you. You can't go 2-2. You can't even go 3-1.
Right.
You need to go and let them know that is over.
Yeah. They really don't respect the Nuggets.
At all.
At all.
They don't fear them.
They think they're food. Like, quite frankly.
Right.
Yep.
So go put that respect into the equation.
Yep. I like it. What do you got?
I almost don't want to say it. Jamal Murray, 23 points per game.
This is the meme of like putting on the clown mask when you're like, I'm going to say it's the year of Jamal.
Yeah.
Well, one of us has to say it every year. So this year it's D-line.
I would like the record just to show that I did not say those words.
I mean, if he averages 23 a game, though.
Oh, God. You know what?
All-star?
Am I saying it? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This is a somewhat significant leap considering Murray hasn't, the last 4 years have been more or less the same thing. He hasn't broken 22 yet. It's like a 1.5 point per game leap. Significant. But it's not, I'm not going to sit here and go, all of a sudden Murray averages 26 because he's deep into his career. 21.5 is what it's been. But 23, is this not hot enough? What do you guys think?
It's so funny because it shouldn't be a hot take. 23 is like such a. If Murray averaged 23 this year, depending on how anything else goes, would you be like, oh, he had an awesome year? And I think I would say yes. I'd be like, yeah, that's a meaningful amount, but it's not like it'd blow. It's not like it'd be blow you away.
2 more points per game.
What you're saying is
one more basket per game.
Murray improved in the regular
improved.
season significantly.
I think he's a 23 point per game scorer who carries 18 points per game for 2 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So it weighs it all down.
Yeah. And who knows? I mean, if he's staggering with the bench too, a better bench could give him better opportunities.
That's my logic, right? Like, it's not even, he has to get more minutes here or more minutes there. It's the minutes when you were the top option and 15th not on the floor. Can they bear fruit? And so 1.5 points per, maybe it's not hot enough, but on the other hand, Murray might never eclipse 22. So
I was wondering about this one is not quite as fun. This is like a negative one almost in a way. I don't think Jokic will set a single game career high in any stat.
Whoa.
61 points. I don't think he's going to have a 62-pointer.
Really?
27 rebounds. I don't know if he's going to have a 28 rebound game. 22 assists.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get there. Then he gets to steals. He's had 7 blocks. He's had 5.
What was the 27 rebound game again?
Man, what was that one? Here, I'll pull it up right here just to be reminded. Those numbers are Charlotte. He had it against
Close
Charlotte.
game versus Charlotte.
Was that also the game where? No, this wasn't. Remember Dan Wakey was like, actually, is the Jokic stopper? Right? 27 rebounds.
we checked the numbers from the matchup.
The Nick Richard Jokic
Yeah, Nick
stop.
Richards,
Oh no,
I think.
the
Mark Williams.
Mark Williams,
yeah.
But he didn't
the other
play that
Charlotte
game.
center,
So,
yeah.
so what
And he
do I
also never ended up being a Laker.
and Wakey never talked about him again.
Now he's a Sun.
I love the job that we do.
It's a bit of a bummer one, but I don't see those numbers already would be insane.
What's the most likely one? Rebounds?
27 rebounds.
Is it still points? Is points
60. Man, that's
61.
such a good question.
It might be points.
61 points, 27 rebounds, 22 assists. Which one is more likely? Kale, that's going to be a good poll later on,
That's
by
a
the
great
way.
poll. Yeah.
We should put that one out on the old Twitter
app?
machine as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Or in the
I
chat.
honestly, I think it's
Throw it in
22
the chat.
assists. I think it's 22 assists.
Maybe assist. Yeah.
More shooting.
more.
The craziest part is he got that. Actually, 22 assists was not last year, right?
Yeah, it was. He's had it. Yeah, last year was and that was the game. I think that was the 60 or the 30 20 20.
Obviously, he's capable of scoring.
Getting 22 assists with that roster. Come on.
He's capable of scoring more, but there's just a thing with Jokic where you go, like, they lost that game where he scored 60 plus.
Yeah.
So you just,
Yeah.
is there any version of what Jokic wants where he scores 70 plus? No.
I mean, for
I'm circling the Wizards game.
What's his assist career high again?
22. I'm saying
Yeah.
we'll put this on as a graphic or something later on. But yeah. All right, we got any more half court heaves?
Yeah. Let me see.
I had, this is kind of a bummer.
I had Jokic 40-20-20 game.
This is the slapping the ball at the inbound of a full court heave. Yeah, 40 20 20.
I mean, he got 30-20-20. How hard is it?
First of all, 40 points and 20 assists. Let's assume they're all twos. You're already talking about 80-point contribution. Half of those threes, you got a 90-point contribution.
Yeah.
All right.
I also have written down just Jokic. I also had Jokic 3 heaves. 3
Made
half
heaves.
court heaves.
That he makes.
Do we think he's going to try to shoot them as much as he did last year?
Dude, he hasn't done them in the tournament yet.
I was about to get crazy and say they set their single game team assist record, but that's 52 assists.
Wow.
In 89. Good
That'd be
luck.
tough.
Good luck with that.
You know what, though? I don't mind that one. I don't mind it.
I mean, it has to be a hot take, so there you go.
You're playing no
In
defense.
the 40-20-20 game, that's when it happens.
That's
Yeah.
like Pickett and Zeke come in the fourth, and they could get like 14 assists.
Balls
You know?
popping.
I was going to say, because you know, last year they came so close to setting the record for assists per game, or is it total assists or assists per game? As a team?
Assists per game.
And I was thinking I would take that one, but losing Russ really hurts in that particular category, like the raw.
Yeah,
assists.
I think you're
like
right.
He just racked them up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Should we head over to our stock exchange now, fellas? This is where we are going to buy some stock. We pick 3 different players, a big buy, a middle buy, a little buy, and we are going to pick who we think who we want to buy stock in. This is, of course, weighted by how much where the stock price is. So who you would buy to really go up. I'm number one. We've already talked about this guy, so I'll just get into it. My big buy this year is Aaron Gordon. Mm-hmm. That's my big buy. And I know there's guys that have more upside or whatever. I keep talking myself into everything I hear and just thinking about how the team will go. I'm kind of buying this idea of Aaron Gordon. I think he's going to be the third leading scorer. I think there's a good chance that happens and that he has this hyper efficient year and is just dominant. I think Aaron Gordon might be the guy that I think is just going to have an incredible season.
Stock's a little low now, too.
And it's a little low.
A little low coming off last season and the playoffs. I mean, yeah, especially with the 3-point shooting last year. I mean, if you take that 3-point shooting and give it to a healthy Aaron Gordon for the regular season, man.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a great buy. It's a great buy.
He might, too, with how the roster shakes out, just play even more minutes with Jokic. You know, like, hey, we don't need it. So
we don't need you at backup center at all this year.
Right.
That's awesome.
I think he just has a monster season. And, I mean, he kind of, if you remember 2 years ago, 3 years ago even, Aaron Gordon or MPJ, it's like the big three is MPJ, and he was around a little bit more. And I think obviously as time went on, you're like, Aaron Gordon is probably the third best Nugget. And then it was, I think, a lock. I just think this year it's going to feel that way even more so, where it feels almost more like a big three than it is the top of the others.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, he said when he was over in China that he's going to try to shoot more threes. He's going to try to up the volume, which, I mean, if he keeps that percentage close to where it is, sky's the limit.
I'm buying Aaron Gordon. Are you guys?
I would love to buy Aaron Gordon stock.
I think big buy.
Yeah.
Even big buy, because you're saying that I think it's actually going to be shockingly
loading up.
Yeah.
Absolutely buying the dip.
All right, Vogt, you're up next. Your big buy?
I was thinking about Cam Johnson, but if I'm role playing, I feel like the entry point's pretty expensive here.
Yeah.
Just doesn't. And for a guy who hasn't played a game yet, it just feels like Cam Johnson's stock is really high.
Okay.
I'm going to use my big buy on Big Val.
Oh,
I know he could fit him into another one, but I'm gonna do it with big. I think I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna say that he's gonna be the biggest addition of the offseason, the most impactful player off the bench, and the biggest reason why this year's Nuggets team is different from last year's Nuggets team.
I think it's a great case that you made.
I'm wondering if his year though is impactful, but not necessarily because he has an awesome year. You know what I mean?
I'm not even thinking like, wow, look at Basketball Reference, what a year. I'm thinking like they're winning games because he's better than backup centers they've had before, and the fan base loves him. And like, yes, this signing is what we wanted it to be. So I'm gonna go with that.
By the way, I love Maddox with the Troika.
Troika's in the chat. My big buy is gonna be Christian Braun, whose stock is very high. You know, stock is high coming off last season. It's expensive. But I just think another jump is coming. It might not be totally reflected in the counting stats. Just because, look, I mean, there's only so many points per game to go around. But I just think all around he's going to be better than he was last year. I think he's going to be a slightly better shooter. I think he's going to be a slightly better initiator, slightly better with the ball in his hands, and a better defender. I just think he is a guy that you can project 5 years down the line, and he's just going to get better and better and better every single season. And I think that definitely continues next year.
Man, I think that's a really good one. I think that's a smart one. Why don't we take our break here? We'll get into some middle buys and some little buys on the other side. These ones maybe get a little more diverse, a little more controversial. We'll see.
Shout out to Toyota. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Toyota, they got a car for absolutely everywhere. If you're in Colorado, if you're elsewhere, Toyota, they are the car for you. Driving in the mountains, driving on the highway. Toyota, they're our go-to. They should be your go-to as well. They've got cars for every type of driving, and they're the official vehicle of DNVR. They actually gave us a Toyota as well for this year, which we'll be unveiling shortly. If you're at the Broncos tailgate on Sunday, we might have the Toyota there. So make sure to visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Wow.
AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson, Toyota East in Aurora, Stevenson, Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets and the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
That was good. That's a tough one to say fast. Raising Cane's. Hey, you may have noticed that it's football season. It's in the air. The pigskin's flying. The season's about to be changing, and game day is calling. With Raising Cane's, you can bring the party to your home or your tailgate spot. Tailgating just got tastier with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and that legendary Cane's sauce.
That sauce.
Don't forget to add crispy, crinkle-cut fries and buttery Texas toast. And their jugs of freshly squeezed lemonade and freshly brewed tea
Jugs.
to turn your tailgate into a touchdown. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love. Also goes well with football on your couch, might I say. If you're hungry, watching the big game, make a big play. Get some Raising Cane's, one love.
One love. All right, back here, DNVR Nuggets Podcast. Make sure you throw us a like. Play along with us in the chat, by the way. My second pick here, middle-sized buy, I'm going with Peyton Watson. You guys know I'm high on P-Watt. I think he's going to be good. Now, this one's volatile because there is an avenue where I think it could go, could go south, could go the other way. But I am predicting that he has a very positive impact. Still up and down. I think still some inconsistency. I think that'll be the story of him. But I think the highs are going to be really high this year. And there's going to be these games and these stretches where it's like, man, Peyton is just a monster right now, making shots and blocking shots. So he's my middle buy.
What do you think his offense looks like this season?
Inconsistent. I think he has games and stretches where he's making his three a lot, finishing at the rim a lot better. And then I think there's some games where you look up and it's 2 points, 3 points, 2 points.
Yeah.
Strings a couple games together where there just isn't a lot of offense.
So where do you think kind of the leap is coming? Just both sides of the ball?
Defensive consistency and the highs, I think, are going to be more frequent and higher. Because I think a lot of this has to do with leash. Like, it's a tough job when your role is the one that can get yanked around a lot. I think it's a tough job when you're off the bench and you do, the bench starts struggling and somebody has to take the fall. I think this year it stabilizes for him, but he's still a young player. Young players are inconsistent. And that's what I think. So inconsistent, but with much higher ceiling, and we'll feel those high ceilings in the moments when the team's rolling.
That'd be absolutely massive if it happens. I mean, we've talked about this a lot. You okay?
Not a problem I have.
You always have to sit in these freaking, in the middle of them. Oh!
This happens like once per day.
Go on.
My knee flies right under that.
Yeah.
It's so hard, too. Did you hear it?
Yeah, that sounded terrible.
I mean, it rattled the whole set.
It's pretty hard to miss.
They need Peyton Watson's defense. They absolutely do. And he was a good shooter from the corners last year for most of the season. So I'm with you.
I think Peyton might have a couple 4-3 games, 5-3 games.
Sure.
And that's where I think we'll feel the ceiling higher, where it's like, damn, man, that's all it took for the bench to be a positive. And he does everything else more or less the same, slightly elevated because he gets older. And he has some games where he scores a bunch or finishes at the rim a bunch. And we're like, damn, he had 17 tonight? Nice.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got? Middle buy.
I'll take Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Nuggets needed a guilt-free shooter. A gunner, if you will. And by golly, they found one. I think a gunner that, if paid enough money, might drive one insane. But when paid the minimum amount, might be a real value add here. It's really just that. They need shooting. And Cam shoots like Mike shoots, but you also lost Mike. So that one's not necessarily in addition, right? So when we talk about this team having more shooting, I think really we're talking about Tim Hardaway Jr. This is a guy I think that could maybe be plugged into different lineups. They're guarding Jokic this way. We need another shooter out there. Tim, you're up. I think there will be moments where it's rocky, and that's why he's on a minimum, and that's why it's a middle buy for me. But I really like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Okay.
I think it's good. I mean, as we know, we're not talking enough about him. So
yeah, I'm not sleeping on him, dude.
You're not sleeping on
not.
him. I could see all of that stuff. The more I think of it, I think I'm a little lower on Val and Bruce, although Val, the value, again, like I said, will just be in Jokic not playing. But I think I'm lower on those guys, and that leaves Tim Hardaway Jr. as the guy where I'm like, I think he might be the one that just shines the brightest.
He's a great buy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Val's the opportunity for me to be a game changer.
Can I buy Adelman?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll allow it.
There's really nobody else I want to buy that badly.
Really?
Yeah. Adelman's my guy, though. I love his basketball mind. I love everything kind of that he puts out there in terms of how he thinks about the game. And I just think he's the right guy at the right time for this team. You know, I think he was a good hire, and I think he's got a good idea of, you know, where this team fell short last year and what they need to do this next season.
I think that's a good buy as well, to be honest with you. What would it look like, though? How do we quantify if you were right or not?
Is the bench good? I mean, they got better players, but you need good lineups out there too. The non-Jokic minutes for sure. Is the locker room more vibey than it was last year? Is just kind of, are they more connected? I think Adelman's going to have something to do with that too. Whether it's his voice or whether he just lets the players police themselves.
Oh, like this being a fun season. It just feels fun.
For sure.
Go ahead. No, get it out.
No,
get it out.
No.
I know what that sound was.
No. I was workshopping a really terrible play on words that I'm not going to let fly.
My little buy. Anybody want to guess what it is?
I don't know. Maybe like a 6'3" point guard.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Jalen Pickett. And this is a real one.
It's a good little buy.
It's a good little buy. I wanted to make it my middle buy, but I was like, there's just a chance he doesn't play. Here's my take. I think there is a good chance that he plays in the rotation over Bruce Brown, not because of injury, at times, at stretches. That it might just be, hey, we need more of a point guard on the floor, and that Jalen Pickett is good. And you know, I just think that there's a real chance that he is actually a bigger addition to this team than, or like in terms of like in the rotation than people think. I think he's a very good player, so he's not a lock to play.
Yeah.
But I do think if he does play, he's going to be good.
I mean, we've seen that a lot. When he has played, he's been decent.
With Jokic.
He got a triple-double last year.
With Jokic.
With a crap lineup.
Well, except for that game. That's my only wonder. But look, man, I would not be surprised if he was one of the top 10 players on the roster this year. Probably number 10, but top 10 player. But that's good.
Yeah.
You know, that's good.
Yeah.
Maybe 9. Who knows? Mine's not a shocker. What do you got, Vogt?
I will take the Zeke Naji pink sheet.
No way. He got the penny stock Zeke Naji.
I'm buying his stock on the Brooklyn Nets.
I
love that you did this.
I'm not
you actually have to say something.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why I did it.
You didn't want to take Duran. You were like, you know what? I'll do Zeke.
Because I buy Duran like next year.
Yeah, he needs a year.
This is just really a zag for zag's sake. But hear me out. I mean, do we really feel like we've identified a backup 4?
No, this is a good take.
So
where you start?
Are we positive Zeke does not get an audition? I'm going to say, given that they might want to trade him, Zeke will get a chance. What he does with that chance, that's between Zeke and God. But I'm going to buy now. So I can sell it at the deadline.
You don't want to buy it at the deadline, though, once he's on a new team.
Oh, yeah.
I love that 555 is just so in on Zeke Naji. It is possible. It would be a funny outcome. And the strongest argument you made was like, who else is the power forward? Or other position, there's somebody
valid.
there.
That's actually the real question, just I think, about the second unit. So maybe Zeke gets a chance. Having said that, I want everyone to know I know how ridiculous my team looks here.
I'm buying a little Strother stock. A little bit. Just a tiny bit. I think the Bruce stock is probably too high to even buy a little right now.
It's hard to know where Strother's stock is because it seems like everybody's high on him.
Well, it just feels a little low because of the Bruce edition.
Yeah.
Because that's chipping into his minutes.
Maybe that's whose minutes. I mean, we're like penciling Bruce in, and it's like, is it Tim Hardaway or Strother? What if it's neither of those guys?
I mean, generally speaking, I think we're probably a little too high on the Bruce Brown edition. Like, I think he's probably going to be a little worse than we think he's going to be. Strother, took a big step forward last season, got a lot of playing time. I don't think he's necessarily going to get at that much playing time this season with just the bodies they brought in at his position. But, I mean, he's got the skill set. I've always been a believer in his skill set just as a 2-guard with his ball handling, shooting, and just how I think he can see the floor. So buying a little bit of stock, just a little.
I kind of like this one. The only way I see Strother playing in real minutes, though, this year, one, he makes an enormous leap, which is possible. or 2, it is over Bruce, not Tim Hardaway Jr. And I think there's a chance. I mean, what if your lineup is Jamal Murray, your stagger, Jamal Murray, Strother, Hardaway, P. Watt, Big Val?
Yeah.
That also makes sense. Not the best defensive lineup. Poor Peyton Watson has to clean up for 4 bad defenders. But it makes sense. A lot of shooting, and maybe that's the way they go. So I don't know. I could see it. Yeah. Let us know in the comment section, who are you buying? Big buy, middle buy, little buy, or just give us one of them. Who are you buying? But remember, you can't buy, if you're buying Nikola Jokic, you think the hottest stock ever is going to go up even more.
Right.
He has the same year last year. You didn't make any money. You just bought a hot stock. It stayed where it was. Let's get into some notes here real quick. I don't know if you guys have been on the internet lately listening to journalist Pablo Torre, but Kawhi Leonard, he broke a story that Kawhi Leonard has made or was set to make $28 million for sponsorship of a eco company that plants trees to save the environment. $28 million, but yet this thing is it owned or just operated by an association?
Funded by Ballmer.
Funded by
largely.
Steve Ballmer.
Yeah.
By all accounts, this certainly looks like a way to funnel Kawhi Leonard an extra $28 million, because not once has he ever had a public statement about the company. So he's getting paid $28 million basically as an influencer, and he's not influencing.
How do you know he doesn't work there on the weekends?
It's word of mouth. He's doing a lot of word of mouth advertising. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was only going to add, whereas Ballmer, and of course this is all Torre's reporting, this is all stuff he's painted, is one of the most prolific, or considered to be one of the most prolific investors of our time, and he did make like essentially a $50 million investment in this company that appeared to be struggling mightily at the time, and that seemed like a confusing investment. Of course, now we find out somehow, somewhere or another, this company had to get Kawhi Leonard $28 million.
We don't have to squint to call this for what it is. This is
so obviously what happened.
We don't have to pretend that it isn't. And it makes you, the first question you have is, okay, because I've always wondered this, right? The Cronkies own half of Denver.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other real estate properties. What would keep them from recruiting? And this obviously didn't happen because LeBron didn't come here. In 2018, of saying, LeBron, come here, we'll give you a max. But not only that, we have this prime real estate you're going to get a great deal on, that you can build this hotel and you're going to make another $100 million or whatever, or we'll partner. And that would be, it would seem, legal or mostly legal, and there's a way you could pull it off. And this feels like the most egregious example of it, we're just going to stuff a bunch of money into this failing company until it goes bankrupt, and I'll funnel you $28 million for you to never even know it happened.
I know. Like, you think he would have at least acted or did something to make it seem a little more believable.
Use a stock photo of Kawhi's face,
right? Create
billboards and put them around. And it's like, yeah, no, he was sponsoring it. He was part of our marketing campaign.
Yeah.
The other part of this, so the first question I have is, how common do you think this is in the NBA?
Yep.
How common? Because this is like a guy got caught with steroids, and we're like, how could he be the one?
I do wonder, is there a difference between lining up an endorsement deal and it's actually also my money going into this company that's like kind of shady and no one knows what it is, right? So the former, I think is really conceivable, right? Like, there's even if not literally salary cap circumvention, but we will work with you to connect you with the best possible endorsements and all of that. But that's very different from what this is.
But because usually you put on the dog and pony show of, I did a commercial.
Right,
I made an appearance. Yeah. I tweeted 5 times from my manager, just tweeted from my account.
Because if he had,
we all know Kawhi's big into the environment. We know that, right?
I think one of the
big green energy guy.
One of the terms in the agreement was that he had to, at any point in the agreement, if the company tried to cash in 50 signed autographs, he had to do it. By the way, that there was an opt-out. As it turned out, he did not have to do it, but also 50 signed autographs. And if you know anything about professional autograph sessions, that is a very, very small number.
Oh, 50? Yeah.
If he had even just done that, then you go, well, there's an example of him fulfilling his endorsement deal.
And honestly, there's probably no report, because how can you prove any of this stuff in a court of law? It's like massive overpay. And he's like, I don't know, sometimes these sell for $1 million a piece. It's
and one of the some of the language in there is that he doesn't have to do anything that doesn't align with his beliefs, and and in that document, beliefs is not a legally defined term. Again, this is all credit to Pablo Torre. Pablo Torre finds out. you can't really.
So he's a big fossil fuels guy potentially.
You can't enforce it because at any point they can just say like, yeah, we didn't do this one because it didn't align with our beliefs that have never been stated or defined.
Yeah. But here's the real kicker of all of this. Well, first of all, this company, this tree company that plants trees, part of how they funded themselves was that they had these things, these partnerships.
You got to make it a little more believable than a company that plants trees.
I mean, that's what their big thing was, right? Was planting trees. They had this thing where, you go to checkout sometimes. They're like, would you like to round up so you can donate to whatever? They were part of that. So there were people out there. And maybe you remember doing this at Home Depot or something somewhere where you rounded up your purchase so that you could give Kawhi Leonard $28 million to do nothing. That's where that donation went to.
Yeah, with the only caveat there being the money that actually went to Kawhi was probably just Steve Ballmer's money, which will be.
I was just going to bring it up.
Yeah,
do we know when Ballmer made the investment?
Yes.
Was it around, I don't know, 2018?
It was later.
It's after the extension is agreed to. Okay. So it's not like at the time the extension is agreed to, it comes about after. But I think it was part of the verbal agreement. And this is all consistent with the reporting around Kawhi Leonard's, free agency, which is a different time period, a different event, but his free agency tenure, where I think Sam Amick reported a bunch about all the things that Uncle Dennis was asking for, right? Like, so this is... Kawhi was going to teams and saying, what else can you line up for me outside of this max deal? And as it turns out, Steve Ballmer was, it would appear, willing to line up quite a lot.
Well, lining up or just what company are you going to funnel money into and then that money's going to come to me? It seems like it's probably just Steve Ballmer's money, but just going through a third party.
It does. And I think John Corrales who I think is now at the Boston Sports Journal, is that right? He put out today that it would appear that Kawhi Leonard's actual agreement is worth maybe double that number. Which would line up with the, say, $50 million investment that Steve Ballmer once made.
Man, you're right. That's exciting. Just give it and it funnels through. I just wonder how common these things are. And this is why I don't think, there's two reasons I don't think anything's really going to fall out from this. One, incredibly hard to prove. Was anything actually illegally done? The league, of course, would know, yes, we don't want this happening. But companies make bad investments all the time. It would be an egregious one, but all the time they think, let's get Mike Tyson, let's give him $10 million to endorse us. It's 2 months later, you're bankrupt because that didn't move the needle. You didn't know how to leverage it. And you can claim incompetence and enough removal that it'd be tough. But I think more importantly, I just think it happens enough that every other owner is looking at this like, do we really want to open up this skeleton in the closet? And that, to me, is why I don't think anything will happen on it. And it's the defining trait, in my opinion, of Adam Silver's NBA, that all of the skeletons have been removed from the closet and displayed. And we all have to be like, damn, this whole thing just feels like a little bit of a ruse.
I think that's well put. Yeah.
I think that's how it will go down. The hope is, now the NBA has already said they're going to reopen this investigation. The hope is that they do look into it, and if we do find out it's that wide and pervasive of an issue, like collectively, we can have an honest dialogue about that. To Adam's point, that is most certainly not going to happen. So some version of, I think, like a light slap on the wrist, or some version of like mitigating just the damage by kind of like, if the punishment isn't too big, it can help the story stay small.
What could the punishment even be, though?
Picks. You could take picks away.
They don't have any picks.
So they have them far enough out. But
they have them far enough out. Yeah, not till like 2030, right? So picks and money.
They have all the money in the world.
That's the thing. If it's just fines, Ballmer would probably be like, what's worth it
I would be shocked if there were any of this stuff, because, again, you don't want to open up. This is Adam Silver's problem, is that you have Clutch, agency that is owned in part by one of your current players, and then has and openly wields the power of that over the entire league. Yep. And it's like, it happens, but there's nothing that can be done about it. No, Kawhi made $50 million under the table. Yeah, but there's nothing you can do about it. Everything is nothing you can do about it. The league operates in this weird, kind of ridiculous way. And this to me is just like, Adam Silver, eat this one again.
Yeah, tonight on Peacock, Nuggets, Lakers.
That's how it is, man.
I do think it happens a bunch throughout the league, probably. Maybe not this egregious.
Well,
though.
like Western Union sponsored Denver's packs.
Yeah.
Jokic did a commercial with them.
Right.
Now, I would not be surprised, especially Western Union, a company that is like designed to
That's
wash money.
in the money in the
That's
money
actually
game.
the product. I wouldn't be surprised if he made significantly more than market rate to do that appearance.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at least he made a commercial.
I mean,
Yeah.
he appeared in the
He put in the hours.
That's an
He was
endorsement.
on the clock.
Yeah, he was in the commercial.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, versions of this probably.
What I love, this is how it went down, is Ballmer's like, hey, I can get you an extra 50 mil, but I'm going to need you just to do a commercial. And he's like, no.
Ballmer's
But
like,
I
"All
want
right."
the money. And he's like, damn it, are you serious?
Ballmer's like, okay, that's fine.
This is the ecosystem. Here's my bigger point. There's an ecosystem that's been created. It is the owners have so much money now that you can't slap them on the wrist. That's why you have to create this weird aprons and everything else, because money doesn't mean anything to these guys. And because of that, and player empowerment and all these things, the players can just suck from that and say, you know what? No, I want an extra 50 mil under the table. And now we have this whole weird environment where everyone has to pretend they're not looking at what they're looking at.
And I wonder, to what extent teams around the league do or don't play ball with this stuff. I think, if I remember correctly, Jeannie Buss did not want to step outside of the CBA to get Kawhi. And that may have been a factor in why they didn't, right? Like in theory, maybe some organizations aren't interested in crossing the line the way Steve Ballmer did.
I know, I'd almost be impressed with the Cronkies if they got caught for that. I'm like, they spent 50 mil on you. Okay, like, hey,
Right.
are they committed?
Yeah, in a weird way, this is almost like aligns with everything else Ballmer does. Is like, whatever it costs me to make this team competitive, I'll do it.
And the funniest thing is, it doesn't cost money. That's part of it. And that's why I kind of love the whole situation is Ballmer has this 1 million toilet mansion of a facility, two of the biggest superstars in all of the league, and the Nuggets just going to bounce him again and again and again. And it's hilarious.
Kroenke should have given Bruce a little something. I don't know if there are any tree companies they could have invested in back in 2023.
Maybe he'll just be the owner of like a brand new Walmart 10 years from now,
Honestly, this is like in mafia movies when the guy comes to you and is like, congrats, man.
Yeah.
You just sold a hotel. And he goes, I owned a hotel? I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah. There's also like a further conversation to be had too about like what, like Ballmer's investment, like, is this, I don't know enough. Like, is this just crime? Like outside of just like violating the
I don't think so.
CBA? I have no idea. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's fascinating. Like Ballmer, he was willing to go so far. Like, he was willing to go so far over the line and just do the sort of like on the nose thing. Like, yeah, I will literally funnel you money through another company. I don't know if anyone else is actively doing that. I do think it's good that the possibility that they are is out and in the open and being discussed. And the possibility that someone like Pablo Torre might investigate you if you are is now out in the open.
I'm trying to think of who is most likely getting funneled money
On
in the league.
LeBron James? I mean, are we kidding?
No, you're probably right.
It's 100% there. I mean, I think it's a lot more common. I just think it probably happens. Yeah. Let's real quickly before we get out of here. The Eurobasket tournament is set. Kale, I sent you the bracket, and I love that they did it. This is how they did not make this for an American audience. They just put the flags. So I'm going to have Vogt without any help tell us the matchups going in clockwise order from top
Without
right.
any help. from
Yeah,
top
you got
right.
it. Who do we got up there?
Germany, Portugal.
Germany and Portugal. That is correct. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, Germany, Portugal.
I'll
That
take
is
Germany.
correct. I think Germany too. They kind of got the toughest quadrant. If you look at this, and they were, to me, by far the best team.
Yeah.
Portugal's like, okay, they should still smack them. But then,
Italy, Slovenia.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Luka Doncic was a beast today. Italy, well coached with that crazy
The
a-hole.
Fontecchio show.
And that should be actually a real banger, man.
Gallinari also playing.
I'd love who are we going for there? I kind of think I want Slovenia just to
yeah,
watch Luka
I'll
play.
root for Luka.
Then what do we got?
Serbia, Finland.
We got it. Nailed it. That's our big game. I'm worried about it for tomorrow. You saw yesterday, Miroslav, the thing you should hang on to is winning the gold. I think Jokic needs one for his, quote unquote legacy back home. Like, that's a big deal. He's the greatest Serbian player, best Serbian player ever. But a lot of guys won multiple golds at things. He doesn't have one.
Doesn't
and
have
if you
the gold.
miss this one, it would be tough. But if you lose in the round of 16, it's beyond that. That would be like the Nuggets not making the playoffs
Yeah,
next
this
year.
would be a stain on his legacy for sure.
It would hurt. And it sucks because the team is broken.
Yeah.
Okay, next shout out Dave Dufour, Georgia playing France.
They got it.
France.
So that would be who Serbia plays should they win against Finland.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like both are extremely beatable teams.
Yeah.
So that part of it's nice.
I mean, if you had to play right now, France or Germany, you'd take France all day long.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be worse. But they are on the tough side of the bracket, no doubt, our guys.
Yeah. France went 4-1 in their bracket. They ended up taking first, but they are very vulnerable.
And then next we have Bosnia versus Poland.
Man, my guy is crushing his flags over here. It's almost less fun when you're
I
right.
would not be. I know. I would be way funnier if I botched this. I wouldn't know this if not for Eurobasket. So we all learn together. And we have Sweden and Turkey, and we have Greece and
I think that bracket might be the easiest one.
I know. For real.
I think Turkey has a
Turkey's
runway
got to walk to the Final Four.
to the Final Four, which will be good.
we have Greece and famously not located in Europe, Israel, and then we have
Actually, I didn't think about that.
Valid point.
just not in Europe. It's just not in Europe,
I didn't even think
Interesting.
of it. All right.
and that's my only comment on that. And then Latvia and Lithuania. Right? Is that Lithuania?
Yes, yeah, it is.
Come
So you nailed it.
on.
Dude, that was great, dude.
100
That was
OP.
impressive. 16 of 16. Actually,
I'll clap for myself. Yeah, I'll clap for myself.
Let's do Afro basket next.
Yeah.
All right.
Greece and Israel, I think, will be a great game. Denny Avdiya so nice with it. Giannis, obviously, nice with it. That quadrant right there, Lithuania, I'd be shocked if they came out of it just because of their injuries.
Lithuania and Latvia is probably going to be a close game.
I think it'll be very close.
But neither of those teams are that great.
So if I were to predict right now, I would go Turkey, lock them in.
Yeah.
I would say Germany, lock them in. Then after that, I think Serbia next. And I think, man,
Can Giannis do it? I mean,
Yes.
that's just looking at this, you're like, oh, Giannis, but Greece is just never that team.
Right.
but it's such a weak Eurobasket, it might work.
It's got to be Greece.
I'm going to say Greece. That would set up for a hell of a Final Four. You would have Şengün and Cedi Osman. You would have Giannis. You would have Franz Wagner and
Serbia
Schroeder.
really effed up not beating Turkey, man.
Where would they be? Oh, yeah, over
In
in Turkey.
Turkey's
Oh, you're
spot.
right, man. In that easy little
Yeah, that was
quadrant.
yeah.
Look at that thing. That would have been so easy. I still don't think it's that scary, though, in the bracket that
I mean,
they're
yeah,
in.
it is what it is.
I mean, if you can't beat France, you're not going to win this tournament. So I mean,
For sure.
it's
Yeah.
But to have to go through potentially
Germany.
Finland, France, and Germany is a tough road.
I think Germany and Turkey right now should be favorites to come out of their quadrant. So Serbia acting in their comfortable role as underdogs.
Do we have a line on that
Exciting.
game yet?
Do we have a line? I think we have a couple super chats though we can get to while we're looking.
Ooh,
What
I'll
is the
take a
line
look
on
at
the game?
those. Let's pull up those super chats. Super producer Kale. Hook'em15 donated. Thank you so much, brother. We are so lucky to be able to watch and follow Jokic.
Agreed.
Thanks a lot for this show. Y'all make it so fun being a Nuggets fan. Cheers. Cheers
Oh, yeah.
right back to you.
Cheers.
And I should say brother or sister. Got a lot of ladies kicking in the chat these days. We appreciate all of you. James Pashich, McGuffin, $15 donated or 150 trees planted.
We thank you. All of those will go directly to the trees. Not a single penny of that will go to Kawhi Leonard.
Our carbon credits are just off the chain right now. Maddox donated. I have DNVR Troika. Jokic like his 3. Oh, thank you.
I have 3.
I have 3. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 1, Jokic, like his 3 last year, works on his free throw percentage this year and shoots 90% from the line.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
That would be a sneaky, impactful one.
Huge.
Without MPJ's boards plus Cam, Tim, and Jamal Murray spacing, Gordon is going to average 20 and 10 and make the All-Star game. 3, Strawberry, clear 6th man.
Man, those are all. That's a hot one right there, man.
Maddox just
You know what?
emptying the clip.
I like it. You know what? Cue that outro music there.
Serbia's a 14.5 point favorite.
Wow. Finland's not very. I don't like that line. I feel like that's a little
Scary
too
line.
high. A little scary, man. But you know what? My prediction come Saturday, Yoke goes, all right.
Yeah, he was just waiting for the
All
round
right.
of 16.
All right. And then everybody talking about, dude, I'm telling you, I listen to all these podcasts. I'm in the Euro podcast now. I'm
Really?
listening to
Deep in the
Eurobasket.
pods.
I really am. Because I got to be ready for the show I do. So I look at everybody's like, the student is now the master. Şengün has learned. And I'm just like, good. Don't ever let that fool get you again.
Yeah.
Everybody, we hope you enjoyed the show. We're off tomorrow, but we are back Saturday. Right here from the DNVR bar. Can't wait. We'll see you then.
like the mayor.